Las Vegas, with over 40 million visitors a year and being one of the largest tourist destinations in the world, well, it brings in some of the best things to see, eat, and do. And with that much attention to our city of Las Vegas, it can certainly bring out the worst. So, whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned Las Vegas traveler, we're sharing with you some of those worst things to avoid and what not to do in Las Vegas. Let's get into it. Oh, but before we do, we're inches away from hitting our 200,000 subscriber milestone, y'all. So if you're not already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you keep getting some of the best Las Vegas content out there. And we thank you. What's up, you guys? It's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas gurus. Now, whether you're coming to Las Vegas for a weekend trip, a girls trip, a guys trip, there are a lot of mistakes tourists make when coming to Las Vegas.
That's right. So in this video, we're going to cover 11 of the most common tourist mistakes and how you can avoid them on your next trip to Las Vegas.
That's right. Let's kick this off. It is a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas, and we're standing right now on the rooftop of the Wynn overlooking the Resorts World Hotel and Casino. And the first and foremost thing I want to mention to you guys is don't make the mistake of not fully understanding the true cost of your hotel room. Here's why. All right, first up are those resort fees. Now, resort fees can be confusing to a lot of Las Vegas rookies. Let's face it, they can be very confusing to all of us. Now, the one thing to really be mindful of is those resort fees can cost as much or even more than your hotel room stay, ranging anywhere up to $50, and that's also taxed. Now, keep in mind the resort fees will sometimes include things like the pool, the Wi-Fi, and some other extra amenities, but the best thing to do is just ask upfront what they include and be aware of what those fees will cost you. Now, speaking of Wi-Fi, just be mindful that some hotels will charge you an additional fee for the use of their Wi-Fi. Example, the Caesars properties, they will charge you anything over 2 devices, you'll be charged a per device per day usage, and that can range anywhere between $10 and $15. So whatever hotel you're staying at, whether it's a Caesars property or wherever, just ask what those costs will be for your stay here in Las Vegas. Now, beware of the hotel incidental fees. Many hotels will place a hold on your credit card that is fully refundable and can sometimes range anywhere up to $200 depending on the resort you're staying at. Now, that's $200 per night. And what that does is just think of it as a security deposit. As long as you return the room the way you got it, that money is fully refundable. Now, get this, if you're using a credit card, it's a hold that's placed on your credit card, and as soon as you return the room in its proper condition, that money will go right back to your credit card. If it's a debit card, the money is going to come out of your account per night, and then it will be returned to you once you check out of your hotel room, depending on, and again, making sure you return the room in its proper condition.
And don't make the mistake of not factoring in the cost of tips into your Las Vegas travel budget. Las Vegas is a service-based economy. The service here is top-notch. Tanya and I have done a lot of traveling across the country and around the world, and really nothing compares to Vegas service, so make sure you tip accordingly. And at many Las Vegas resorts, employees actually opt into what is called tax compliance, where they're actually taxed at an assumed tip rate. So if you don't tip them at all, they actually may get taxed on something that they didn't actually receive. So please leave a fair tip, and that also includes getting the free drinks when you're on the casino floor.
Oh boy. So one thing I need to tell you guys is watch out for the Las Vegas hotel ATM fees. They're quite expensive, let me tell you. Here, walk with me and talk to me for a second. So those hotel ATMs can sometimes charge you up to $10, I've seen. Now, here's something I have learned. Maybe talk with your bank. There's certain packages and plans that you can put in place that you can almost avoid paying those ATM fees. That might be something to check out with, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of casino playing here in Las Vegas.
Don't make the mistake of buying from the casino stores. The prices at those places are outrageous. They actually have dynamic pricing as well, so prices will increase during the busy times. You can pay over $7, $8 for just a bottle of water or Gatorade, something like that. Don't go there. If you can, head over to the ABC stores over at Miracle Mile Shops. There's also one down by MGM Grand, or check out the Target on the Strip. Or if you can't do those, head over to CVS or Walgreens. We'll get a much better value for your dollar.
Don't make the mistake of using the hotel minibar or fridge for your personal refrigerator, unless you're willing to pay ridiculous prices for the items. Now, the hotel mini fridges have sensors, so if you move something, you are charged for it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Instead, we've seen a lot of folks bringing their own coolers. Buy a styrofoam cooler if you want to after you arrive, or bring it with you if you're driving. Yep, now there are a lot of tourists that bring coolers with them, but I would suggest double checking with the hotel you're staying with to make sure they allow them. If you have medical needs, such as medicine you need to keep refrigerated, you can ask the hotel for a refrigerator to store the medicine, and they will bring you one at no extra charge. Now, often these are regular small fridges, but sometimes these can be very, very small. For example, the Venetian provides a very small fridge unit to specifically hold medicine versus other things. So just keep that in mind.
And don't make the mistake to think that you can walk the entire length of the Strip from Mandalay Bay to the Strat. That's actually about 4 miles long, and that will definitely wear you out. And even more than that, just from resort to resort, it can be much further than you expect. Going from the Aria, for example, to Bellagio, it seems like they're right next door, but that walk is actually pretty good. So just be aware of that and actually take advantage of free transportation when you can. There's a tram, for example, that goes from Aria to Bellagio. Jump on that, save your legs, because there's a lot of walking you'll be doing in Las Vegas. And one thing that you'll get very familiar with are all the escalators along the Strip when you're walking the Strip. And just don't expect every escalator to be working necessarily. Quite often we find that some may be shut down for whatever reason. Maybe they're broken in repair. You may actually have to walk up those broken down escalators. So just be prepared for that. And also finding the elevators can take you a little bit, and they can be kind of dirty as well.
So if you're going to take those elevators, just make sure you bring that extra can of Lysol. Do not, I repeat, do not make the mistake of coming to Las Vegas without a comfortable pair of walking shoes. And let me tell you why. These Las Vegas blocks feel like they're countries long, so they can really take a toll on your toesies. We've seen folks coming to Las Vegas literally taking off their shoes while they're walking here on the Las Vegas Strip, and that is a double no-no. So make sure you guys always pack a comfortable pair of shoes. I tend to like sneakers. Dave and I wear sneakers all the time, but ladies, if you want to have a night out, maybe just pack some Crocs or some flats in your backpacks. Well, speaking of comfortable walking shoes and a lot of walking here in Las Vegas, one of the things you need to make sure you bring is sunscreen. I cannot emphasize how important sunscreen really is. On top of that, lots of water. You know, here in Las Vegas, it's a dry heat, so you're not going to be doing as much sweating as if you would in Florida. So just seriously, take a second. That hydration is absolutely importante. So drink a lot of water and wear your sunscreen. I know there are a lot of places where jaywalking is not frowned upon, and we're originally from Boston, where jaywalking is sort of it's a piece of art in Boston. But we know here in Las Vegas, if you do, be prepared for that piece of art that you will have to wear with honor, and it's called a ticket. Just be careful, it's dangerous, it's legal, you get a ticket.
That's right. Don't make the mistake of trying to hail a taxi on the street, because they are not going to pick you up. It actually is illegal for them to do so. They have to pick you up at designated locations, and typically at all the casinos and resorts on the Strip. And that also is true for Ubers and Lyfts as well. So when it comes to hailing taxis, Vegas is definitely not like New York City.
Trying to hail a taxi. You know, if you're not too familiar with Las Vegas, it's a mistake to wander too far off the Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street, especially at night. Just like any area, Las Vegas has some areas that may not feel or be the safest. So know your surroundings, and we would highly recommend, if you can do so, travel in pairs. Safety in numbers. Hey, do not make the mistake of not having your ID everywhere you go. You know, when you're walking the Las Vegas Strip or downtown and you want a cocktail, they're gonna ask you for that ID no matter what age you are. But get this, if you're playing slots or you're in the casino, enjoying the casino games, and you hit a jackpot, well, guess what? They're gonna ask you for your ID before you can collect. So if you don't wanna walk home empty-handed, bring your ID and take home that gold. Cha-ching!
And this next one is very important. Do not make the mistake of not signing up for the hotel and casino players card. Whether you're staying there or playing there or eating there, sign up for the card. You'll get benefits. It'll go towards free play or free room nights. Definitely do that. Don't make that mistake. Oh, and before I forget, if you're coming around your birthday, do not forget to ask about any birthday promotions. You may get free play, you may get some like a free dessert, free appetizer, because in Vegas, they like to celebrate, and birthdays are a great celebration. So ask for that.
Happy birthday to you!
Something very important, especially during certain times of the year, is to make sure that you pack in layers, because as warm and beautiful and sunny as it can be during the day, it can be very cold at night. And if you are not prepared, you're on your own. Although I will say, there was a brand new Target that opened up not too far off down the Las Vegas Strip. Go ahead and check it out, because you just might, ooh, the light, ooh, it's like a nightclub. Oh, look, look, look. Packing layers. Packing layers.
Exactly, when the sun's going down, it can get pretty chilly.
So moral of the story is, before we got distracted by all the surrounding goodness of Las Vegas, is pack in layers, especially during certain times of the year. You will thank us. Trust us. Hey, and really quick, we have an incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. Now, there's a lot of people in that group sharing their pictures, their stories, answering a bunch of questions. It's a great, positive community, all for the love of Las Vegas. So if you want to join that, you definitely can. There'll be a link in the description box below, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if you're looking for travel tips, planning your trip, check out that group. It could definitely help you out.
You know, Las Vegas is beautiful, but it can be overwhelming. And it's very easy to make common mistakes that will pretty much make your trip less enjoyable, costing you valuable time and losing money. You know what? We're here to fix that.
That's right. We're going to bring you 15 very common tourist mistakes in Las Vegas and how to avoid them. Kicking your trip off to Las Vegas the right way. And we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel.
Please do so. Hit that subscribe button right there. All right, back to the video. Woo.
Kicking things off, don't try to do too much, especially during your first visit to Las Vegas. You know, there's so much to see and do, and you won't be able to do everything. I know your excitement for your Vegas vacay has arrived, but you don't want to exhaust yourself. So, pace yourself. Next up, don't make the mistake of not doing some research and planning in advance of your Las Vegas visit on what you want to do when you're in Vegas. You know, your first trip can be overwhelming if you don't do some planning and research in advance. So, it's important to plan in advance to figure out what to do. Fortunately, there are some great resources to learn from to help your Las Vegas trip planning. We have a very active Facebook group you can check out to help with your planning called For the Love of Las Vegas, as well as a ton of YouTube videos and playlists to help you plan your perfect trip to Las Vegas. Next up, don't make the mistake of only visiting Las Vegas on weekends. You know, the cost difference between Friday and Saturday nights in Las Vegas for hotel rooms is very different than from Sunday through Thursday. Crowds drive in from California on the weekends, and flights come in from around the world. So Friday and Saturday nights are extremely busy, pushing up the dynamic pricing on the hotel room rates. When Dave and I do our staycations, we often try to stay in hotels Sunday through Thursday because rates are typically much cheaper. You can see the daily rate schedules on the websites, Caesars or MGM's for example, or you can simply call the hotels and ask them directly. So, if you can, visit Las Vegas during the weekdays and save yourself some money. Don't drink too much on your first night. I know, when you arrive in Las Vegas, especially for your first time, you'll be excited and want to hit the Strip or downtown Fremont Street. But if you pick up a huge drink and carry it with you, you know, it can easily go overboard. Just be careful not to overdrink and wear yourself out on your first night in Las Vegas. I mean, you don't want to spend the rest of your visit hungover and hugging that toilet bowl. And speaking of downtown, don't make the mistake not to visit downtown Las Vegas and Fremont Street. Downtown Las Vegas and Fremont Street is crazy fun and well worth checking out during your stay in Las Vegas. Enjoy street performers, some classic Las Vegas restaurants and casinos like El Cortez, Golden Nugget, as well as the new Circa Resort and its massive sportsbook and stadium swim. Do not make the mistake to think that you can't stay at a Las Vegas Strip hotel at a good deal. There are hotels on the Strip for any budget. For example, the Flamingo, Planet Hollywood offers some great rates, and even generally expensive stay hotels on the Strip like the Cosmopolitan, during certain times of the year, they can offer some pretty incredible room rates. Don't make the mistake of not booking direct. A very common first-time Las Vegas visitor mistake is to not book directly with the hotel, but instead booking through a third party. When you book directly, you tend to get the best rates, and if you sign up for the casino rewards programs, you will earn credit for potentially upgrades or even free rooms, as well as other discounts. Now, it doesn't mean you can't find a good deal on a third-party site, but pay attention and compare. Another very common mistake is not being aware of what major events or conventions may be in Las Vegas during your visit. You know, crowds can really vary in Las Vegas, and some weeks can be much busier than others, simply because there's a major convention going on or event. This will also significantly affect pricing of hotel rooms and availability of reservations at top restaurants. So when planning your trip, check the Las Vegas calendar. If prices of hotels seem oddly high, it may be that a major convention is going on, such as a computer electronics show, or a major event is taking place in Las Vegas. Don't make the mistake to not make reservations at popular Las Vegas restaurants or get tickets to popular shows in advance of your trip. I repeat, in advance of your trip. For example, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen at Caesar's Palace is typically booked up for months in advance. Now here's a tip. You can also call your hotel concierge in advance of the trip for help in making reservations at restaurants and hotels. But once again, try and get those in well in advance. Now, if you've been following our YouTube channel here for a while now, you know Dave and I enjoy sharing our experiences at the high-end restaurants to some of the more budget-friendly. And it's a mistake to not take advantage of available cheap eats in Las Vegas, even on the Strip. Las Vegas restaurants are amazing, but can be very expensive, especially on the Strip. Now, there are some cheap eats available on the Strip, such as Tacos El Gordo, Istanbul Mediterranean, or Ellis Island, just to name a few. If you're interested in learning about more of some of these great cheap eats here in Las Vegas, we put a link in the description box below. It's a mistake to think that you need to rent a car. You can get around to most things easily, either walking to the closer destinations, Uber, Lyft, taxi, there's free trams, monorail, or the Deuce Bus. Parking rates at hotels can be very expensive. It's a big mistake to not take advantage of the free shows and exhibits in Las Vegas. Examples like the Bellagio Fountain Show and Bellagio Botanical Gardens and Conservatory are incredible, amongst other free shows around Las Vegas. Getting tricked into a timeshare presentation. Watch out. Be prepared for the timeshare salespeople to approach you. Typically, when they ask, "How long are you in Vegas for?" or something like that, they may look official, as if they work for the hotel, but this is very common. For example, the Excalibur Hotel and Casino is pretty well known for their aggressive timeshare sales folks. Now, while they're just doing their job, just be aware of them, and if you're not interested, kindly tell them and move along. Now, if you do decide to take them up on their timeshare presentation offer, just be aware that the timeshare presentations will waste a lot of valuable Las Vegas time and will involve high-pressure sales pitch techniques throughout the day. Do not be surprised when showgirls or other street entertainers ask for a tip if you take a photo with them. This is not Disney, y'all. Street entertainers work for tips in Las Vegas, so if you want to take a photo with them, just be aware that they're going to ask you for a tip. We recommend always negotiating with them up front and appropriate tip amount for a photo to avoid any uncomfortable moments. Now, not trying a Las Vegas buffet, in our opinion, is a mistake. Las Vegas has some of the best buffets in the world. If you're not familiar with Las Vegas buffets, you may simply believe that you should avoid them and not give one or more a try. That would be a mistake. Some great examples would be Caesar's Bacchanal Buffet, the buffet at the Wynn, or the Wicked Spoon Buffet at the Cosmo. Give a buffet a try. We think you will not be disappointed. But if you go, let us know in the comments below.
And by the way, if you have any tips or Las Vegas mistakes that we have not talked about, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Today we're sharing 10 worst scams and ripoffs first timers coming to Las Vegas must avoid right now. We're going to be covering some brand new and crazy scams to hit the Strip, as well as others that have recently gotten worse.
Plus, make sure you stick around until the end of the video. We're going to cover a potentially dangerous scam in Las Vegas that you need to watch out for.
So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you keep getting some of the best Las Vegas content out there. All right, y'all, let's get started. This first one is brand new, and quite honestly, one that raises a ton of questions. And that is the new ordinance on the Las Vegas Strip that makes stopping on a pedestrian overpass for anything other than an incidental or fleeting viewing a misdemeanor, punishable by up to $1,000 or 6 months in jail time. Now, while this is not a scam in the classic sense of the word, it's something that we feel is certainly outrageous, and first-time visitors coming to Las Vegas should really be aware of this, as it's already causing a lot of confusion amongst the Las Vegas visitors since its enactment. Next up are the ever-increasing resort fees. Now, resort fees have always been a controversial topic, to say the least, especially since they keep going up. Now, recently, MGM and Wynn Encore properties have increased their resort fee an additional $5, making it a new milestone for some at $50 per night. Now, that doesn't include the over 13% tax they add in. Now, pay attention to this. Come a little closer, first timers. With that being said, you might notice online when you're booking a hotel room, the fee for the hotel room itself might be way lower than you think, booking that not including the sales tax and resort fees. But when you actually get to the hotel, that room could be an overwhelming expense that you weren't expecting based off of that initial first look. So keep that in mind. But this allows hotels to play those type of games and manipulate situations online, knowing at the end of the day, they're getting those resort fee and taxes. Now let's go one step further. Now, even if your room is comped, many hotels on the Strip and downtown do charge a resort fee. And just keep that in mind. Your room rate might be comped, but that means you're still subject to paying those resort fee and taxes that you will find on those rooms. So it does come with a hefty price tag. That is unless you have reward status. So keep that in mind when you're coming to Las Vegas. Always get those players cards to get those rewards, because that might save you from paying the resort fee.
And related to resort fees are hotel parking fees. Where has all the free parking gone on the Strip? Now, during the pandemic, most of the hotels and casinos offered free parking, but that is gone, and parking fees have come back with a vengeance. Recently, both the Venetian Palazzo and the Wynn Encore started charging for parking. And with Strip hotel rates at or above historic highs, we think it's just a money grab and a ripoff. Early check-in and late checkout fees. Now, great news, you arrive early and your room is ready, but there's a catch. Unfortunately, the hotel will not let you check in unless you pay an early check-in fee, and those fees can be as high as $50 or even more. This is a total scam and ripoff in our opinion, and the same is true for late checkout. If you're looking for late checkout, the hotel or casino may charge you a lot just for a little extra time checkout, and that is even true if the room is going to be available. No one's checking in later in the day. Hotel convenience stores. You're in your hotel, you're hungry or you're thirsty. Now watch out for those convenient hotel stores. Those stores are a major ripoff, and most are actually subject to what they call dynamic pricing, depending on the kind of the occupancy or how busy the hotel is. Those prices can just be jacked up. You can pay more than like $6 for water. Well, more than that. It's crazy. Avoid them. Instead, go to Target, Walgreens, CVS, or the ABC stores on the Strip.
Now, many of you may already know this next one, but it's definitely something to be reminded of. Here in Las Vegas, most, if not all of the hotels have what we call the dreaded minibar, which is basically on the counter itself or the refrigerators. A lot of them have really high price points if you take one of them, eat one of them, drink one of them, or even just move one of them. So be very careful with the hotel minibar items, because if you move one, you bought one, and you might be really surprised at what's going to show up on your bill at checkout. just be careful. Now we all know, and now you first timers will know this, that hotels don't have a heart when it comes to those ATM fees here in Las Vegas. Sometimes you can be charged up to $10, maybe more depending on the ATM. It's sort of what we call the gotcha moment. They know in the heat of a moment you might need to take out some cash, so what do? They jack up those ATM fees. So always be mindful that you're gonna be paying a lot more in ATM fees for whatever money you withdraw. Now here's a sneak tip, okay? This might help defeat some of that rip-off in my opinion. Go ask your bank if you can get an account that actually pays for those ATM fees, so when you go ahead and slap in to get that money out, the bank is covering the cost. You're welcome. So we made a quick pit stop here in the Showcase Mall to freshen up, and while we're in here, we actually saw a scam of a cute old couple getting hustled out of some money for some candy, which is a common scam here in Las Vegas. And it made us think of a few more scams first timers need to be aware of right now. So let's add those to the list and get right into them.
Pot builder slot machines. Now this one is certainly not just limited to Las Vegas, but if you're a first timer and you want to try slots in Vegas, we wanted to make sure you're aware of this. Now the pot builders that you see in games such as like Dancing Dragon and Rake and Baking, among others, are just graphics. And what I mean by graphics only is that the size of those pots have no relevance in your chance of actually winning. They're purely marketing to pull you in. Now, we have to admit, we've been guilty of that ourselves. You see one of these big pots, you think, oh, it's so close to exploding. We'll sit there and play and play and play, waiting for it to explode, and quite frankly, lose a lot of money doing so. So just be aware of that. If you want to play it, have fun. But again, those pots are just graphics only. 6 to 5 odds blackjack. 6 to 5 odds blackjack has become very common on the Las Vegas Strip versus the traditional 3 to 2 odds blackjack. Now with 6 to 5 odds blackjack, if you pay $100, if you bet $100, you'll get only $120 back for a winning bet versus $150 for the more traditional 3 to 2 odds blackjack. A big difference. Put it another way, the house edge increases 400% with 6 to 5 odds blackjack. So if you want to play blackjack, we recommend find a table that pays 3 to 2 odds. 000 roulette. Now 000 roulette has become very popular in Las Vegas and especially on the Las Vegas Strip. Now we don't recommend you play that. Look for a table with 00 or even better yet, 0. On a 0 table, the house edge is 2.7%, which is very reasonable in our opinion. Now, at 00, house edge increases to 5.26%, and then at 000, it goes all the way up to 7.69%. Guys, don't get ripped off. Say no to 000, and I gotta say, the casinos make those tables very easy to play on with lower limits. We understand that, but just know you're getting ripped off.
All right, first timers, or as I like to call it for anyone in Las Vegas, our anytimers, pay very close attention to this next one, which is the showgirls and characters on the Las Vegas Strip. While it might be cool to take a photo with a showgirl, which we call them the Las Vegas Strip or downtown showgirls, or the characters like you see Mickey or the robots or things like that here in Las Vegas, super cool to take a picture with them. They're doing their job, but you do your job as well. Don't get ripped off. Before you take that photo with any of those characters or showgirls, ask for a price up front. This way you're guaranteed to get that great photo at the price you're expecting. Don't get ripped off. Now, while we're on the talking points of photographers, be careful of the scam photographers. Now, first timers coming to Las Vegas, one of the most iconic spots to take your photo is in front of the Las Vegas sign down towards Mandalay Bay. Now, be careful. There's someone out there, lady or guy, who will pretend to be a professional photographer working for the city to take your photo, and it comes with a fee. If you want to tip them, great, give them a tip, ask for how much it's going to cost up front, or if you don't, just grab your phone out, take a photo, or ask someone behind you to take a photo. 9 times out of 10, they'll do it for you, and it won't cost you a thing. So be very careful of those fake photographers on the Strip, even down at the Las Vegas sign. Don't get ripped off.
Turn it up, world!
Y'all, let's talk about timeshare reps. Now, timeshare reps are really hard to miss, especially here in Las Vegas. You might be intercepted at them, let's say if you head to Excalibur, which we know they're pretty aggressive over there, and Westgate, for example, or even along the Las Vegas Strip. First timers, beware. Let me tell you, if you get intercepted by a timeshare rep, the first line usually goes like this. How long you in Vegas for? The moment you actually engage with them, the timeshare rep's objective is to be as pushy as possible to get you into a presentation that they will say is short. It's not short at all. It's a pretty long-winded, aggressive presentation to try and get you to buy a timeshare. So unless you want to sit there and maybe enjoy some of the perks that may come along with sitting with that 4, maybe 5-hour timeshare presentation, just move on and enjoy your vacation. All right, first timers, watch out for this next scam, which is the fake monk scam you will find mostly on the Las Vegas Strip. We have seen it many times. What they'll tend to do is walk up to you. You'll look like a person that might want to pay them a big bonus or a tip. They'll slap some beads and a card in your hand, and they'll ask for donation, 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 and they will tell you that it goes to a temple. What we have found, and have actually done this myself, is they will open up a book, they will put your name, have you write your name down, and then they will slap in a fee in terms of what you may or may not have donated. 9 times out of 10, you may not have donated that amount. I've actually seen them writing in those books. After you put your name down, they will write $100 in there. And you know what? You've given them nothing. So just be really careful with that scam. Don't take it. Just keep moving. And when they try and force it into your hand, just raise your hands up and move on. We actually put together a video of me going out on the Las Vegas Strip, pretending to be a tourist for the day and getting scammed. So if you want to see what that fake monk scam looks like in action, we'll click the link in the description box below. Now you definitely want to watch out for the fake CD scam. A lot of times these guys are downtown or on the Las Vegas Strip, and what they tend to do, and they're very aggressive about it, is what they'll take a CD out and slap it in your chest and say, hey, take a CD, take our CD, we put an album together, we think you'll like the music. Or they'll ask you for your name and then they'll sign the CD, almost making you feel vulnerable that you have to then pay for that CD. To find out when you get home to play the CD, it's blank, there's nothing on it. So be very careful with this scam. It's pretty aggressive when they do that. If they are coming up to you and they're gonna put a CD in your hand or try and put it against your chest and make you take it, just say no thank you, and move on.
And one of the biggest and probably the most dangerous scam is the fake Uber scam. And this is one we've heard reports of this cropping up more and more, not just in Vegas, but in other places as well. But you definitely need to keep an eye out for this in Las Vegas.
Now regarding the fake Uber scam, a couple of really important things you need to be mindful of. Do not get into a car if someone claims to be an Uber driver and you have not made an appointment using the Uber app. Or 2, be very careful of sharing an Uber ride with someone who claims to have already made a reservation using the Uber app. This recently happened to a gentleman who stumbled out intoxicated and enjoying himself in Las Vegas and ended up getting into a vehicle that wasn't booked through Uber and was robbed. And we've even heard reports and news of folks getting kidnapped that way. So our recommendation, if you're going to book an Uber, there's designated spots within the hotels that you have to pick up an Uber ride from, especially here on the Las Vegas Strip or in the downtown area. Most importantly, that app will allow you to know who you're going to be getting in the car with because their picture is there. You're going to also see the type of car and the license plate. Those are 3 valuable pieces of information to know before getting into an Uber car.
Now, if there are any Las Vegas scams or ripoffs that we have not mentioned in this video, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them.
Las Vegas has gotten pretty expensive. So today we're going to share with you how to travel cheap to Las Vegas. Basically, how to save a lot of money on your trip to Las Vegas. All right, let's kick this off. Okay, so let me just mention while we're here, first up, this sign behind me, the iconic Las Vegas sign. It's a free attraction here in Las Vegas. It also creates a lot of memories. There's a lot of folks here taking photos, so get down here early. That's the best time to get here so you're not waiting in a massive long line to take your photo in front of this iconic Las Vegas sign. So let's talk about when to travel to Las Vegas. Now, Las Vegas hotel room rates on Fridays and Saturday nights can be many times more expensive than traveling on a Sunday through Thursday night, which has obvious less demand. We recommend, if you have the flexibility, to plan your trip to arrive, say, Sunday and leave Friday morning. This way you can save a lot of money and avoid those Friday and Saturday night crowds.
And just one quick tip on getting your photo taken here in front of the sign. If you're going to do it, make sure you come early, because as you'll see, the line starts picking up as the day goes on. And you'll also see there'll be someone at the front who'll be more than willing to help you take a photo. Just, you don't need to use that person. That person is actually doing that for tips, so be aware of that. If you want to get help with the photo, they're going to expect a tip for that. You can take the photo yourself. And the same is true for your flights. If you can avoid flying in on a Friday night, we recommend that, because first of all, the airport's going to be crazy. Check-in's going to be crazy at the hotel. We actually try to fly in on a Sunday, trying to go reverse the worst of the traffic. All right. Now, another money-saving tip in terms of when to travel is to avoid major conventions and festivals if you can, if you have that flexibility, because you'll see if there's a major convention going on, hotel room rates can definitely spike up. So just keep that in mind and check the calendar for festivals and conventions. You can also save a lot of money traveling off-peak season to Las Vegas.
Be sure to sign up to the players cards. You know, loyalty programs at hotels and casinos, they tend to track your spending at the resorts as well as your gambling, which then can turn to things like comp rooms, free parking, discounts on shows and restaurants. So it's really important to keep that in mind when you're traveling to Las Vegas. Oh, and with that being said, just make sure you charge everything to your room. You know, some things may not apply to the loyalty points, but having everything charged to your room allows you to make sure you get the things that are attached to that card applied. All right, here's a really quick suggestive tip for those of you that do tend to gamble quite a bit here in Las Vegas. You might want to take that Players Rewards card and head over to a casino host. If you are spending an ample amount of money, they may do things for you, like remove a resort fee, comp a room, things like that, but you never know unless you ask. So head over to the host at the casino you're staying at and let them know you spent some dinero. Oh, and if you are new to Las Vegas, you may want to sign up at home to the MGM and Caesars Rewards cards, because they may even offer you a discount on your initial stay or perks like that. So keep that in mind when coming to Las Vegas for the first time. Check those reward cards online. Oh, and speaking of loyalty reward card points, make sure you book direct to get those points. You know, going through a third party, you won't get those points on those loyalty rewards cards. Sometimes they will certainly offer you the best discounts if you're booking direct. It is so much easier to make a change on an existing reservation if you're dealing directly with the property than saying booking through a third party site. So you've made your reservation to Las Vegas. Well, one suggestion I'll tell you, Las Vegas room rates are always changing, and that room you just booked may have gotten cheaper. So constantly check online for the room rates, and if the room has dropped in fee, contact the hotel and tell them, hey, I want that cheaper rate.
The cost of eating out in Vegas can really add up. You save a lot of money actually cooking meals in your room. And so to do that, you need, of course, a room with a kitchen. And so we recommend doing that potentially if you want to really save money on food. Cook in your hotel room. Two of our favorite spots for the kitchen are the Vidara and also the Signature at MGM Grand. And regardless, in your hotel room, make sure you stock your room with food and drinks. So you don't want to get the munchies and only looking at that mini bar that's going to cost you a fortune. We recommend hitting the ABC store on the Strip, which we're in actually right now, or the Target. If you can't hit either of those two, head over to CVS or Walgreens. They're almost on every block along the Strip.
So, since we are inside here at the ABC store, I think we should check out some of the prices. Hi, Dave? Where's Dave? There you are.
Right? Not bad. You can get one for $1.25.
Oh.
That could cost you probably like $6 on the
you get two. It's like $1
two
each.
for two, so
Nice.
save some money.
Save some money. We like to save money.
You can also spend a lot on drinks in Las Vegas. So another tip, buy your liquor here, say at the ABC store, bring it to your room, prepare a drink in the room, enjoy it there, save a lot of money. Plus, take your drink out of the room onto the Strip in a plastic container, because that is legal in Las Vegas, so don't forget that.
So if you're anything like Dave and myself, we like to drink a lot of coffee, which can actually add up to be pretty expensive here in Las Vegas, especially since a lot of rooms in Las Vegas do not have coffee makers. So one thing we would suggest is to stop into a Target or a Walmart of some sort and buy a small coffee machine. It'll cost you anywhere between 20, maybe $30, but think about that for the entire week. It could save you a lot of money. Now, the other option is just order a small one online. It fits perfectly into your bag and you will have coffee for a week for cheap. Think about that. And for those of you that are not coffee drinkers, well, since we're in Target, you can actually pick up a electric kettle. There's multiple ones you can pick here for those that love to have your tea in the morning, but it's still a very cost-effective way to enjoy Las Vegas without breaking the bank.
And if you love table games, just avoid games with player-unfriendly odds, which you'll definitely find in some places on the strip, like 6-5 blackjack or 000 roulette. Avoid those. You can find 3-2 blackjack, or at least double zero roulette, maybe even single zero. So look out for those opportunities and just have fun. And if you like playing slots, make sure to take advantage of the free drinks when you're playing. And actually, Tanya has a good tip on that one.
Yes, I do have a tip for you. So if you're worried about watered down drinks here in Las Vegas, one of the things I like to do is, let's example, a vodka cranberry. I like to ask for my 2 shots of vodka neat on the side and a glass of ice and cranberry juice on the other side. So this way I can mix in the proper amount and I know I'm getting the exact amount I'm supposed to be getting for my free cocktails here. Oh, and be sure to tip the waitresses because they do work hard bringing you those drinks and they work on a tip basis. Now let's talk about some fun free things to do here in Las Vegas. You should take advantage of some of the cheaper free activities here in Las Vegas, especially if you're new to Las Vegas, like the Bellagio fountains. But definitely make a memorable moment there, as well as a bunch of other things that you can do here just on the outside enjoying the Las Vegas Strip, as well as downtown. And just south on the Las Vegas Strip, you should definitely check out the fun Pinball Museum. It's a lot of fun. You could spend quite a bit of time in there playing some of the classic pinball games. And you cannot forget to check out the Bellagio Conservatory. Changes several times a year, but some of the displays are absolutely breathtaking.
And if you are eating out in Las Vegas, how do you save money eating out? Well, the first tip is do not just eat on the Las Vegas Strip. There's some amazing local favorites around Las Vegas, downtown, and some of the neighborhoods like Chinatown, the Arts District. We have a lot of videos covering some of our favorite local restaurants in Las Vegas, so definitely check that out. And when you're in Vegas, do not forget about the buffets. Las Vegas has some amazing buffets and some really good cheap ones as well. 2 of our favorites are the Garden Buffet at South Point and also the Garden Court Buffet at Main Street Station downtown. We hope this video helps save you money on your next trip to Las Vegas. And if there are some money-saving tips that we didn't mention, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them.
Absolutely. Now, Las Vegas is known for bright lights, big casinos, and a ton of entertainment. But what a lot of people don't know is that there are some hidden secrets Las Vegas casinos don't want you to know about. Well, here's 11 of them. Let's get into it. Off with the smells, you guys. Now, I'm not talking about the cigarette smoke or that occasional funk coming from behind Excalibur. I'm talking about when you walk into some of these casinos, and I'll use the Mirage as an example. You walk in and there's this inviting, almost vanilla scent, not strong, but just enough to entice you and bring you in. Well, that is done by design. The hotels pay a lot of money to bring in those smells through the ventilation systems and in a way to keep you there, to entice you to spend more money and to gamble. So you know what? Take advantage of that golden scent.
Now, there are no windows inside most of the casinos in Las Vegas. And why is that? Well, that's because the casinos want you to lose track of the outside world and just gamble more. They don't want to see, the sun setting or the sun rising. Just stay in there. You're outside of the regular world, just playing in the casino, playing those slot machines. Casino floors in Las Vegas are designed to be disorienting and confusing, so you can actually get lost inside the casino floor. They're really hoping to keep you inside gambling longer. And when you want to cash out, usually those cash out areas are going to be deep inside the casino, or need to go to the bathroom, head deep inside the casino as well.
Oh, Las Vegas, you know what? One of the beautiful things is you can get lost outside here enjoying all of this beautiful architecture. But inside the casinos, have you noticed there's no clocks? Well, the casinos want you to lose track of time. Yes, you have a watch. Yes, you have a phone, but there's other methods that they're using nowadays to keep you inside gambling. They want you inside gambling. So if you notice that slot machines in particular, there's charging stations for you to charge your phone so you never have to leave that machine until you have no more money. So moral of the story is, don't plug your phone up at any of those chargers. You know, when your phone is dead, it might be a good time for you to leave. You know, free drinks in Las Vegas are not really free. Yes, I know there's a strategy a lot of folks use to play slow and drink more. Well, that's a great strategy, and we've done that a few times ourselves. But truth be told, they want you to drink a lot so that even the seasoned gambler can lose a lot of money, which basically means even smart players can become sloppy. So don't drink too much. You know, alcohol, that much alcohol can impair your judgment and may cause you to lose a lot more money than you plan to spend.
When you're in the casino playing table games, of course, you need to buy in and get yourself a whole set of chips. And why is that? Obviously, there's a certain ease to using chips, but also there's a psychology behind it. It's from a psychology standpoint, it's easier to actually bet more putting those bigger chips on the table than taking out large denominations of dollar bills and putting them on the table. And when you play slot machines and put your money into the machines, the default typically is that you get a certain number of credits. And it seems a lot easier to lose some credits than the dollars. And when it's time to leave, of course, you don't get money at the table or at the slot machines. You have to go to a cashier's desk or a cash out machine to get your money. That creates one additional step to stop gambling and to get your money and to get out of the casino.
Hey, really quick side note, if you are here, we're right now in the Venetian, well, there's a very popular spot, as you can notice right behind me is the love sign. I would definitely recommend coming here, getting that fun, family, cute couple photo right there at the love sign. Slot machines are designed to be addictive. Typically, they'll pay you out small increments at a time to keep you playing on that machine. But it's not just for you. Think about those small wins. Small wins mean big whistles, and those big alarms and whistles attract other people around you to want to either start playing slots or jump on a slot machine. You got to keep this in mind. Slot machines are one of the biggest money makers here in Las Vegas. Let's talk about those Vegas lights. Now, I'm not talking about the lighting on the outside. I'm talking about lighting inside the casinos. You ever notice they're just perfectly lit? I mean, just keeping you in there. You don't know what time of day it is, as a matter of fact, once you're inside. Well, that is all by design. Just like those comfortable seats they put all around those table games and those slot machines. Keep that in mind. They want to keep you there to spend a lot of money. Hey, take a second if you haven't done so. Please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss some of the best Las Vegas content out there. Back to the video. Really quick, see that big, beautiful ball of lights going on behind me? Well, that is the new MSG Sphere that is set to open up later on this year, and kicking off the opening of this spot is going to be U2. Oh, and see where the cars are all driving that freshly paved road? Well, that is the repaving process going on right now for the Formula One coming in November.
Las Vegas casinos are famous for their player comps, whether it's free rooms, free meals, or even free shows. But just keep in mind, those are actually not free ultimately. You're paying for that, others are paying for that. The casinos have calculated those comps to make sure they're actually going to make money when they give folks those comps and get them back into the casino. And just know, when you're inside the casino is watching you. There are cameras everywhere. Just look around, you'll see them all throughout the establishment. It's not just the cameras, also the workers are watching you as well. It just is. There's a lot of security in casinos. There's even facial recognition technology. We remember actually going through many of the casinos here that didn't make you pull down your mask so the camera would actually be able to make out your face as you walk through the entrance.
Careful of those hidden fees, you guys. I'm talking resort fees, resort amenities, and even the restaurants have some hidden fees snuck in there. They usually range between 30 and 50 bucks, but just be mindful and be aware because they're gonna always show up at some point in time. Always remember, the odds are forever in the house's favor. It's just a mathematical fact. And over the long run, the casinos are always going to make money, no matter how skilled or lucky you are. The odds are stacked against you. And this is especially true with slot machines, which have a very high house edge. Remember this, the casino's goal and ultimate goal is to keep you there gambling so that they can win money in the long term. Just remember, casinos don't have a heart.
That's right. Never forget that casinos are businesses and their goal is to make money. That is what they care about. Don't gamble with money you can't afford to lose. And if you do gamble, set a budget, gamble responsibly, and have fun. If there are some Las Vegas casino secrets that you're aware of that we didn't mention, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them.
Las Vegas is known for its glitz and glam and over-the-top entertainment, but living here in Las Vegas can be a whole other story. Now, while Las Vegas might be the ideal place for a weekend getaway or to enjoy some entertainment, it may not be ideal to live here in 2024. Today, we're sharing with you 20 reasons to not live in Las Vegas in 2024. Let's get into it. Traffic has become a 24/7 performance piece of art. Las Vegas traffic does not follow a conventional set of rules. As a matter of fact, lately it has gotten substantially worse, right?
Oh no, that is so true. And we used to kind of joke that it seemed like every place we went to in Vegas took us like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And that is not true anymore. With all the construction going on, and it affects not just tourists, it affects locals, it affects us significantly.
Everyone.
And now you can be in traffic for a long time just going out to eat somewhere or going to a show. You got to really plan that.
Well, getting from Bellagio to say like the Flamingo could make you 2 hours late for your shows. You'll have to deal with constant construction. Wow, one of the beautiful things about Las Vegas is it's always growing and changing, right?
No, it's so true. And it's expanded so much, right, over the past years. I mean, you see neighborhoods popping up that used to just be desert. And you just see constantly new housing developments are going up. And let alone what's going on in the Strip and everything around there with all the construction here. Boy, you got to get used to that construction.
You really do. As a matter of fact, there's a big monsoon season that happens here. So with all this construction going on, all the trees being taken away, where's the water going to flow? Well, it might be flowing in your backyard. So with all the constant construction going on, all the new development, it's great, it's changing, it's expanding, but it's also expanding pretty darn quickly and pretty fast. And so what plans are really being made to compensate for the fact that there's that much construction happening in a significant short amount of time? You will never be able to decide where to eat.
Now this is very true.
Yeah.
Right. One great thing about Vegas is that there's so many different food options. It's a great restaurant town, right? From local eats. I mean, it's obviously have places on the Strip, but there's some amazing local eats which we highlight all the time.
Yeah, we're like as foodies,
Yes.
we're big time foodies. So as like foodies, we love the aspect of being able to showcase and share with you all the different vibes of where to eat. But at the same time, it can get really hard to decide where to eat.
Right. Where do I want to eat tonight?
I have no idea. You will be a hermit in the summer. You know, let's say for instance, you really love and enjoy coming to Las Vegas during those cooler months. And you say, wow, it's really wonderful to be here. I'd love to live here. But you really haven't experienced a full-blown summer here in Las Vegas where temperatures can get up to, currently, I have seen temperatures get up to about 114, 120 degrees consistently. And that is actually a big deal. And most folks, if you're a local like us here in Vegas, you tend to stay indoors because even your shoes melt on the concrete.
Yeah, they will melt on the concrete. I mean, July and August, and we almost like count the days straight over 100 degrees. Like actually 100 to 110 isn't too bad.
It's not too bad.
Right, which is kind of crazy to think about. But when you go outside in that kind of heat, you feel like you're kind of in an oven, almost like getting smoked. It's like you're being smoked low and slow.
Oh, like a brisket.
Like
low
like
and
a brisket.
slow, like a brisket. I love
crazy.
brisket. I love brisket. You love brisket?
I love brisket.
Low and slow, but I'm not sure a Vegas brisket on the Vegas concrete is edible.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to do that.
It's hot, y'all. You will miss greenery. You know, if you love, like you can probably see behind us, the lush greenery. If you love going outside and enjoying the trees waving and the green grass, well then Vegas is definitely a lot for you because it is smack in the center of the desert.
Exactly. It's funny, you'll see these like prime new developments and you look up, it's like basically just a desert, like all rocks. You're like, this is gonna be a beautiful development. So in order to get greenery, you have to like pump in the water to have those plants survive,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, and now because of the issues with like weed and everything else, you're not able to pump in as much water as you think. As a matter of fact, I think new construction places may not even require you to have real grass at all.
Exactly.
You'll have to get used to dry skin. Now, I think I'll have to take this one, you know, because I'll tell you something. As much as we wash our hands, I'm a lotion girl. Those days you forget to put on a little bit of moisturizer, you can certainly feel it. So when you come to Vegas, if you're not on a constant moisturizing schedule, get used to some dry ass skin, because I can tell you, it's real.
Yeah, I know it is so dry out here. And like, the first thing is they say drink a lot of water when you're in Vegas. Like drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. But also with the, like you said, I mean, the skin's just always dry.
It'll age you fast here. Vegas weather will age you fast. You could be 20-something years old and look like 60. Just saying.
No, come on, you are glowing, baby.
That's because I moisturize.
Oh, I didn't know that. You moisturize.
How dare you?
No, of course you moisturize.
We know who's sleeping in the garage tonight.
I'm in some trouble, I guess.
Sunscreen will become a fashion statement. You know what? I'm a person that I do have a natural sunblock in my skin, but at the same time, it is really important to use that sunscreen like it's your best friend, right?
Oh my goodness. I have never used so much sunscreen in my life. I've never been very good at applying sunscreen, but out here, if I do not apply sunscreen,
I get mad at them.
That is very true. My China does a great job making sure, but I'm like a red lobster, let's face it. I mean, I got the quintessential redneck.
The lobster.
Going.
Got the lobster neck
It's
going.
almost the perma redneck.
The perma redneck. You will become a buffet snob.
And that is so true, right? One thing, when you come to Vegas, there are just incredible buffets. Unlike really almost anywhere, certainly anywhere in the US, probably really anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like 5-star restaurants. They're amazing. Like we're become total buffet snobs.
Yeah, we're definitely on the buffet stuff. Now, although buffets are kind of shying a little bit away, now you get more of the food hall, so we may become food hall snobs. But the buffets definitely here in Las Vegas are world-renowned. And yeah, the prices might be a little pricey on those things, but we tend to, when we go to a buffet, we get our money's worth. Whether it's an all-you-can-eat lobster buffet or whether it's like the Bacchanal buffet, which you guys know, one of our favorites on the Strip. I think it's definitely, you get into the habit of acquiring good food in a short span.
Exactly.
4.5 mile radius. You can get some of the best buffets right within a 4.5 mile radius.
Yeah.
You'll get sick of neon lights. You know, it's just like anything when you live anywhere for a long period of time. Some of the luster of that area, you kind of lose it, you know, a little bit. It's like the neon lights of Las Vegas. When you are visiting Las Vegas on an infrequent basis and you're just constantly looking forward to seeing those bright neon lights, well, as you live in Las Vegas, you start to lose that luster. Those lights just become lights at night. You lose the love for the luster.
It is crazy and a bit sad because
It's still cool though.
No, the neon lights are unbelievable. But you almost like take them for granted when you live here, right? And you forget that initial, like when you first show up in Vegas, that initial awe of, oh my God, the neon on the Strip is so unbelievable. And now, of course, with the MSG Sphere, that is totally cool. That actually still blows us away as locals.
That blows us away.
Yeah,
I can sit there all day long. Circulates around the Sphere, but the love right now for the Sphere lights are just, I'm just sitting there like, ooh. You'll get tired of seeing Elvis impersonators
Bright lights, big city, gonna set my soul on fire. Viva Las Vegas!
Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas!
Las Vegas. No surprise when you're in Vegas. I mean, there are Elvis impersonators
Everywhere.
for many different kind of events and things. Obviously,
Shapes and sizes.
exactly all over the place.
All
Yeah,
the
shapes and
places.
sizes, all different ages. Young Elvis, really old Elvis.
Elvis that loves to eat buffets.
Right, Elvises with amazing voices, Elvises with not so great voices.
Yeah.
So if you don't like Elvis, you may not want to live in Las Vegas. Now, if you do love Elvis, though, I mean, it's definitely Las Vegas is a great place to come in the sense of course, not so much the impersonators, but the history.
You will get married on a whim. I do.
Now, Las Vegas is known as the wedding capital of the world, and for
It
good
is.
reason. I mean, there's chapels everywhere. The quicker you can get the drive-through wedding, right?
You can.
Now, in our case, we were married before we came here to Vegas. I bet you if we had not been married, we would have been like going through, getting down to getting married right down in Las Vegas. Get married on a whim.
Exactly. Well,
Right.
I mean, it tends to happen. I mean, you don't know. Vegas also is one of those places where you could have a cocktail on the street, so you might meet your soulmate just walking down with a Fat Tuesday right on the strip. So
Exactly.
You never know. And actually, this time of year, if it's around like the October months or those type of vibes, you can get married by Dracula. You can get married by Elvis himself. And if you really want to do something on a budget, you can even get a marriage set up at Denny's.
I think what we should do, I think we should renew our wedding vows. I know we've been married already, obviously, but maybe renew our vows.
Sounds good to me.
What do you guys think?
You'll develop a love-hate relationship with slot machines. You know, we have definitely developed this love-hate relationship with slot machines. All those bells and all those whistles and all those lights. You know, when you sit down with excitement, you're like, yay, here it is. But you know, when you're living here in Las Vegas and you play slots as much as we do, that light and luster just goes away. You start getting a feeling about how the machines work, and it almost feels like they're taunting you.
exactly. But it is funny. You certainly remember the wins. So, I mean, I'm guilty of this. Like, if we have a nice win on a machine, I'm always looking to kind of get that win back on that machine. I'm sure that's like not a good habit as a slot player. It's like, hey, I remember that win. Let's play it again.
Yeah,
and you
take
play it
it
like many
every
times, looking to recreate that win. And so it's kind of that love-hate thing.
You'll constantly smell like casinos. What is that smell? Oh, the scent of constant cigarettes and free drinks all over the place. You just smell like a casino, babe.
I always smell like a casino. It's like that smell, that casino smell.
It's all over ya.
Right? But it's funny. I mean, some of it is it might be that cigarette smell, but then some places have almost that incredible vanilla smell, right?
Yes, that they pump in to entice you to stay and spin. You'll never see rain again.
Now, one thing about Vegas, it is a desert environment, and on average, it gets about maybe 21 days, like 21 days of rain a year. So obviously, you will see rain occasionally, primarily only during the monsoon season.
Yeah, and when it rains, y'all, it pours. And during that
Exactly.
monsoon season, like I think we mentioned this a little earlier, you need to be very, very, very careful. As a matter of fact, if you're following us on Instagram, check it out. You can see exactly what some of that flooding is like. Just Instagram at Turn It World, check out some of our reels. It gets kind of crazy here, and I don't think a lot of people know what to do when it rains that much here, especially on the strip. You'll never know what time it is. You know, honestly, before moving here, you can forget about time. You can really forget about like the day and night time, especially when you're in those casinos. It's like Vegas time. There's no day and night time. It's just Vegas time, right?
No, it's true. It's kind of like the city that never sleeps.
It's not New York. It's the Vegas chick.
Exactly. And if you're a casino, right, casinos are designed to kind of basically have you lose track of time. And if you folks that go to casinos, you go there, most don't have windows.
No.
So you have no idea, is it day or night?
Yeah.
You'll almost never see a clock on the wall.
No, you know, the moral of the story is this, right? So when you're visiting Las Vegas, you just feel like, you know, burn the night sky away into the daytime. I'll sleep when I get home because
Exactly.
it's Vegas, baby. I'm trying to party it up. But when you're living in Vegas, you better learn to pace yourself or Vegas will swallow you up like a delicious piece of cake. You'll get tired of free drinks.
Your free drink, ma'am.
Oh, I'm so disgusted. I hate free drinks. Just
free is just, oh. All right, this might not be a downside, you know, but hey, if you're trying to stay sober, and we enjoy slot play, you're bombarded by the constant free drinks. Now, there's a reason behind those free drinks they bring you, because they know it helps ease the pain of losing money on those slots.
Exactly.
But at the same time, free is free. So it's always hard to turn those down. But let me tell you, you can get sick of them. You'll become a pro at dodging street performers.
Now, many locals tend to avoid the strip, including ourselves sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes we just prefer to stay off the strip.
The strip is crazy,
Cray.
right? But when you do come down to the strip, that's very true. You become experts at avoiding the street performers, the street hustlers, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Actually, as a matter of fact, if you're not a local and you want to know how to do that, we put together some great videos. Just check our Best of Las Vegas playlist here on YouTube to learn on how you can avoid some of those street performers as well.
Exactly. And if you don't want to avoid them, you want a photo taken, the biggest tip?
Ask how much it costs up front so you're not shocked by how much they're going to ask you for a photo of a fake Mickey.
Exactly.
Spoiled by all the amazing shows.
Wow, you know, this is so true. I mean, one thing about Vegas, the artists that come here and all the shows available are just unbelievable, world class. And as locals, I mean, we get spoiled by it for sure.
Oh yeah, well, like, we're gonna take off this weekend and just relax. Then here's a show coming into town. You're like, okay, we're gonna go to this show this weekend. Oh, this person's coming into town. We're gonna see this show next weekend. And it becomes a constant, habitual thing of just enjoying all this entertainment to the point of we're broke. You will be a constant host. We're kind of living in sort of this entertainment capital of the world, basically, in a small radius. And so, you know what? When people know that you live here, all your friends in particular, they want to come visit. And when they visit, they want you to take them out to see all of Las Vegas. So it's almost like you're now
There's a bird flying around.
There's a bird flying. But when your friends are around, you become the constant host. Get a calendar ready, mark the days of the week, mark those special occasions because they're coming. And when they're coming, they expect to party hard. The Hangover becomes a documentary. You know what? Honestly, when you move here to Las Vegas, just say goodbye to sanity. Seriously, The Hangover, the movie, that movie will make your life living in Vegas feel like a very calm, tame family vacation.
And that's certainly, I think, a lot of the expectation. And I think expectation versus reality can be very quite different. As locals, we try to like get away from sometimes the glitz and glamour, get a little peace and quiet.
Get a little peace and quiet.
Right? But it can be hard.
Really, really hard. Especially going back to the one we talked about before, when your friends come into town and they want you to show them a good time, well, you have no choice. So watch out, you might get married on a whim. Hey, take a second, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you keep getting some of the best Las Vegas content out there. And a big thank you to one of our favorite spots, Center Strip, Mon Amiga B, for allowing us to film this episode for you guys here while enjoying some delicious lunch. And those mimosas are dynamite.
Exactly. Big thumbs up. Thank you. Now, if you're thinking of moving to Las Vegas, what are your biggest reasons why or why not? Let us know in the comments below.
9 huge lies and misconceptions about Las Vegas that nobody talks about. Well, we are. Let's get into it. Oh, but before we do, we are inches away from our 200,000 subscriber milestone. So if you haven't done so, take a second, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you keep getting some of the best Las Vegas content out there. And we thank you. Lie number 1. The lane parking garage on the Strip illustrates uncontrollable flooding, y'all. Almost every time it rains here in Las Vegas, you will see social media video clips all over the place about the lower garage of the link just gushing with water like it's flooding. Technically, it is flooding, but it is by design. The surprising truth about the Link Hotel's flooding garage is that it wasn't a design flaw, but a deliberate feature. Here, let me explain. The garage was built on top of a flood channel and designed to divert the floodwaters, which is why you see a lot of videos, extreme dramatic videos of the floodwaters under the Link Promenade. But what they don't realize is that that floodwater channel is designed for a reason to help prevent massive flooding throughout Las Vegas. Now, while Las Vegas does have flooding, especially during like the monsoon seasons of the spring and fall, the Link parking garage is not evidence of flooding in itself. Lie number 2. You could drink anywhere you want in Las Vegas.
While it is true that public drinking is generally legal on the Strip and in downtown Las Vegas, there are strict open container laws that one must adhere to, and they vary depending on where you are. For example, public drinking is not allowed within 1,000 feet of places like churches, schools, hospitals, and homeless shelters. And also, you definitely cannot drink inside personal vehicles. And that includes Uber and Lyft. So I know, maybe other parts of the country you think, oh, of course you can't drink an Uber and Lyft, but that's also true in Las Vegas. And if you are drinking on the Strip or downtown, just make sure you have your drink in a plastic container, because it is not legal to drink with a glass container. Now, one more point about drinking in Vegas. Now, while Vegas doesn't have a law against being drunk while in public, if you, of course, break the law while drunk, you can certainly be arrested.
All right, this one might be a little controversial, but lie number 3, you can't stay on the Strip without spending a fortune these days.
While it is certainly true that prices have increased significantly in Las Vegas and on the Las Vegas Strip during the past several years, you can still find value on the Las Vegas Strip and even Center Strip. You don't have to spend a fortune during your stay. Relative to other major cities, Las Vegas hotel rates are still relatively cheap. I mean, the reality is that a lot of these hotels and casinos are banking on you to actually gamble in their casinos. So the hotels themselves, the rates are still relatively lower than what you find in other cities. And some of our favorite budget options to try Center Strip are the Horseshoe and the Flamingo. Even after factoring in the hated resort fees, the rates are usually pretty reasonable, especially if you can avoid traveling on weekends. If you can avoid Friday and Saturday nights and then still go from, say, Sunday to Friday morning, the rates will be pretty darn cheap and you can save yourself a lot of money. And speaking of resort fees, if you have a certain status level with your hotel or casino, you may be able to get those actually waived.
And don't think that eating out has to break the bank either. There's a lot of really good, inexpensive eats off or on the Las Vegas Strip, ones we like to call cheap eats. I won't get into a whole bunch of detail right now, but we put together an amazing playlist of cheap eats here in Las Vegas that you should definitely check out. And we'll leave a link in the description box below. And speaking of great lists, well, there's a lot of inexpensive things you can do here in Las Vegas, from free, inexpensive, budget friendly. We put together a really great list of things to do in Las Vegas in a playlist here. So check that out as well. Woo! Lie number 4. The big pots on the slot machines are about to burst. Yes, those pot building slot machines like this one here, it looks pretty full, which is the dancing drums, or those Piggly Wigglies that look like they're about to burst, or even that Baozu Zhao Fu, which we call the firecracker game. Well, those are just graphics, and there's really no impact on the likelihood of you hitting that bonus or bursting those pots. You know, people don't realize that these big screens and bright lights are just fluff. They really only have 2 concepts. They're here to entertain you and to make you think you have a chance of winning that bonus. Now, don't get me wrong. You might be one of the lucky ones and hit that bonus, but just know this, the odds are always in the casino's favor. The truth of the matter is, as soon as you hit that play button, that spin, it's basically been predetermined by the casino payout percentage and the random number generator. The rest is just smoke and mirrors. As a matter of fact, if you want to know some huge lies about slot machines that nobody talks about, but we do, well, we put out an amazing video that you should definitely check out. We'll leave a link in the description box below. Lie number 5. The Las Vegas Strip is in Las Vegas.
Now, this one may be a bit surprising for many of you. What we generally consider the Strip starts on the south end at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign and continues north all the way up to Sahara Avenue near the Strat. And that whole area, that whole entire part of Las Vegas Boulevard actually is not in Las Vegas. It's actually in Paradise, Nevada, believe it or not. And even the airport itself, the Las Vegas airport itself, is not in Las Vegas.
Lie number 6. Prostitution is legal in Las Vegas. Prostitution is not legal in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a crime and you can actually be arrested for it. So despite all the card slappers you see on the Las Vegas Strip advertising some sort of escort service, prostitution is not legal. Now, it is legal in Nye County, Nevada, which is just a little over an hour outside of Las Vegas. Now, there are a couple of brothels in Pahrump area that are regulated. Lie number 7. Casinos pump oxygen into the air to keep you gambling longer.
You may have heard this one before, and the truth, of course, is that casinos do not pump oxygen into the air to try to make you play longer. The reality is that they have no mechanism for doing so. Plus, the pure oxygen is actually highly flammable, so that would be very dangerous to do so. But that doesn't mean that casinos don't have their own tricks to try to kind of keep you playing longer, because they certainly do. We've actually done a whole bunch of videos about this as well, whether it's kind of the lighting, the sounds, all the craziness going on in casinos, the smells that they pump in, the fact there's no windows or clocks or things like that to see. There's all kind of tricks, but that doesn't mean they pump oxygen into the casino, because they don't.
Lie number 8, Las Vegas is not appropriate for kids.
Now this one tends to stir a lot of controversy, and we can certainly understand why. Obviously, casino floors like this one are no place for kids. But the reality is that Las Vegas has a ton to offer for families and children. There's great amusement parks, incredible pools, immersive experiences, just all kinds of things to do for families. And plus, that's not even factoring in all the things to do outside, like the excursions to go on and things like that. There's just a lot of great things to do for families. So Las Vegas is not a place that's inappropriate for kids at all. Some great examples include the Adventure Dome in Midway at Circus Circus, the Tournament of Kings at Excalibur, the Arcade and Coaster at New York, New York. Just some incredible places for families and kids to take part in.
Lie number 9, it's always hot in pool season here in Las Vegas. No, no, no. Yes, it's true. Las Vegas is a desert environment, and while it can be scorching hot in the summer, like 110 or 120 degrees plus, in the winter times, it can actually get really cold and sometimes drop below freezing. Oh, and you could even get the occasional snowflake, which causes the scene of amazingness here in Las Vegas, where everybody thinks Santa's on his way. So if you're coming to Las Vegas during those winter months, make sure to pack layers. I can't tell you how many times we've seen people coming to Las Vegas in winter unprepared. Fortunately, there are places you can go ahead and buy those additional layers that you need. It will cost you probably a lot more than your plane ticket. Now, in regards to pools here in Las Vegas, pool season generally runs from March to October. So if you're coming to Las Vegas during the month of November through February, well, pools will most likely be closed, including the Mandalay Bay, wave pool, and those river runs. Now you might find the occasional one open in winter, like Waldorf Astoria, maybe Bellagio, or that toasty warm one, Circa in downtown. But bonus lie, Las Vegas Strip and downtown are the only places to go here in Vegas. When many come to Las Vegas, they often think of Vegas being just the Strip or downtown Fremont Street, and a lot think that that's all Vegas has to offer. That is far from the truth.
Las Vegas has many great and growing local communities with excellent local restaurants, as well as fun things to do that are definitely worth visiting when you're in town, whether it's going to the Arts District or Chinatown, or visiting the area of Summerlin or Henderson. And even beyond that, all the great things to do outside of the area, you know, whether it's Red Rock Canyon, Valley of Fire, the Hoover Dam, things like that. There's so much more to do than just the Strip or downtown. A quick question for you. Are there any lies or misconceptions about Las Vegas that we haven't talked about? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them.
I'm talking from the friends that travel to Las Vegas, families traveling to Las Vegas, and even a lot of ladies coming to Las Vegas for that solo trip. Like, where can we walk in Las Vegas, and what places should we avoid? Well, let's get into it. Oh, and if you're not already, take a second, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss some of the best Las Vegas content out there. As a matter of fact, we have an incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. A lot of people in that group sharing their pictures, videos, stories, and a lot of you really appreciate that one-stop shop to Vegas. So if you're not already, join the group. Links in the description box below. All right, now onto the video. We are currently standing here on the south side of the Las Vegas Strip in front of Mandalay Bay. Now we're going to head north along the Strip, providing safety tips and recommendations on places we think you may want to avoid during your visit here to Las Vegas on the Strip all the way through downtown.
Now, despite some high-profile incidents this past year, both along the Strip and downtown, Las Vegas is actually a pretty safe city. It was ranked by Forbes as the 14th safest city in America, with populations above 300,000. And actually last year, homicides declined 8% from 2021.
That does not mean Las Vegas doesn't have neighborhoods with high crime rates areas. It does, that we would recommend you as tourists should avoid. The good news is you have very little reason, if any, to visit them. Now we recommend, especially for first timers, there's a lot to see and do here in Las Vegas. Maybe just enjoy some of the attractions and sights on the Strip and downtown Fremont Street experience. But if you're gonna wander off the Las Vegas Strip or off the Fremont Street area, we highly recommend jumping in an Uber. Oh, and if you are a first timer watching this, we put together a jam-packed video full of things for you to do in Las Vegas that'll make your trip here that much more enjoyable. There's a link in the description box below.
Just across from Mandalay Bay, south down towards the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign, which, by the way, if you're first time to Las Vegas, make sure you get that photo and get there early to avoid the lines. Because as you can see here, there's abandoned buildings in this area, and we would not venture too far off the strip in this end, especially at nighttime. We don't think it would be very safe.
Now, a great way to get from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur, take the tram. Let's go. This tram is free from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur. Runs daily, I believe, from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Hey, it's about to accelerate, so why not save your toesies? The blocks here in Las Vegas can be quite long, so enjoy a free tram ride.
Woo! That wasn't bad, right?
No, not too bad.
Very quick.
Right. Now, just a quick tip. When you get into this area, the crowds are starting to pick up now. Just watch out for your phone and your wallet and other belongings, because there could be pickpockets around. Walking the Las Vegas Strip is generally very, very safe, especially daytime, even nighttime as well. And maybe real late night after midnight or something might get a bit sketchier, but that's expected really at any place.
Now, over the last few years, Dave and I have noticed a substantial increase in the homeless population here in Las Vegas on the Strip as well as downtown and through different parts of Las Vegas. You might notice them as well, either talking with themselves aggressively or doing certain things that might draw attention. We have yet to have any issues with them. I think the best way would be to just don't engage with them, mind your business and move on, just like they're minding their business.
Now, the biggest risk while walking the Strip is probably the street hustlers and falling for their scams. And we just dropped a video highlighting 21 of the most common scams in Las Vegas to watch out for. We'll leave that in the description box below.
So right now we're standing outside the Virgin Hotel and Casino on East Harmon. Now, we previously did a live stream at night from Virgin Hotel to the Las Vegas Strip here, and we get this question all the time. Do you feel safe walking from Virgin to the Las Vegas Strip on East Harmon? Now, it's a few blocks long, quite a few blocks long, and I would say during the day, yes, we feel safe. At night, it gets a little bit more ominous, so I'd be careful walking at night, especially if you're by yourself. So our recommendation at night, just drive.
Now, this area of East Harmon has a lot of homeless encampments. Actually, right behind me, behind the fence there, you can see quite a few encampments and tents, homeless living over there. And there's also a lot of the infamous tunnels of Las Vegas. You'll find entrances in this area as well. So it's an area that you just want to be careful, like Tanya said, especially at night.
All this walking around rough neighborhoods, Dave, is making me hungry, so where are you taking us?
I think it's time for a hot dog and maybe a beer.
Oh, at the classic Stage Door. No, you can't. I am so stuffed after 2 hot dogs and a beer. Now, this place has been here 55 years, so they must be doing something right. Hey, welcome back on to the Las Vegas Strip. So we're here down more in the northern end of the Las Vegas Strip, down by the Resorts World. Now, northern-ish, because there's still a lot more north to go. Now, at night, sometimes down here, especially between here and the Strat, it can get a little sketchy, even beyond the Strat. And we get a lot of questions sometimes as far as, is it safe to go downtown? Well, I think, one, it's a long way to go, so you might want to try doing an Uber or a Lyft. But second, it's really not that safe, and you can find yourself getting lost and perhaps in some sketchy areas you don't want to find yourself in. Now, I will say this, the Resorts World definitely has changed the dynamic down here, bringing more tours in this direction, and the new Fontainebleau behind me that's coming. So it's going to be reshaping things down here on this northern end of the Strip, but you still find little hot pockets you don't want to find yourself walking in, especially at night.
Now, if you're heading to the Strat, we really should point out one notorious neighborhood in Las Vegas that you should be aware of. If you're going to the Strat, make sure you're staying on the Strip. If you actually walk behind the Strat, away from the Strip, you get into an area called Naked City, and that place is, quite frankly, infamous over the years for high crime and really not that safe, especially at night. Now, it has improved somewhat over the years, but still, we would not recommend walking in that area at night.
So we were driving down the Las Vegas Boulevard, kind of starting from Resorts World, heading down towards Fremont, to kind of give you a sense in terms of what that looks like and how unsafe it may be at night if you miss the wrong turn or head down the wrong block. So it's kind of interesting to see. You can kind of see the transition from the Las Vegas Boulevard from one end to the next and how quickly that can change from the glamorous side of Las Vegas to the side you might want to be careful heading down.
So we're down here on Fremont, and one of the things we tell folks is come on down and enjoy the downtown Fremont Street experience. It's very popular. Things have really been picking up from the new hotels, new activities, and fun things to do there. Also the East Fremont Street, that they really have been picking up from awesome new restaurants here downtown, some local favorite spots, and we put together some great videos that you might want to check out. And we'll put the links in the description box below.
Now, while downtown Las Vegas is a lot safer than it used to be, the violent crime rate is still 98% higher than the national average. So, as Tanya said, it's a great place to come and visit the Fremont Street Experience and East Fremont, but just be cautious, especially at night. If you're going to wander off too far from, say, the East Fremont Street area past the container park on Fremont Street, or heading over towards 515 in that direction, you can get into pockets of more dangerous areas.
So Clark County and the city of Las Vegas, to address the higher elevated crime that's been happening throughout Las Vegas, they put a curfew in place for anyone under the age of 18. So that curfew applies to anyone under the age of 18 for the Las Vegas Strip as well as here in downtown. And if you want more information on what that entails and the time of those curfews, we highly recommend just checking out the Las Vegas Police Department website as well as some of the government sites. So we stopped into one of our little cool spots here called Evil Pie right on Fremont Street because we are hungry after all this walking all day long. Why not stop into a couple of cool places, or this place here, for a slice of pizza? Yum yum. Oh, and really quick, if you don't know, we have an incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. There's a lot of people in that group. They're sharing their stories, their pictures, videos, really a great place to come together for all things Vegas. And be sure to follow us on Instagram because we post quite a bit there as well.
Hope you found this video helpful.
Yeah, and we hope by watching this, it helps you plan the perfect and safe trip to Las Vegas.
Now, you know Las Vegas is home to 40 million tourists a year. Now, that's a lot of tourists. And we put quite a few videos together for you to stay safe here in Las Vegas from scams and what to watch out for. Well, yes, we are locals, but today we're going to try and become the most touristy Vegas tourist you can imagine. Head out on the streets of Las Vegas to get scammed. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I think it's going to be interesting. But first and foremost, we need to get into this store, this big old touristy shop here, so I can dress like the most Vegas-y tourist imaginable. I got my cute Vegas. This is my personal Vegas shirt. I love this one, but it's not touristy enough. But I think that store is going to have plenty of options. Let's go. Mission accomplished. All right, now it's time to get undercover. Here we go. Now, there's several key spots here in Las Vegas that we tend to find, especially on the Strip, where there's a lot of scammers. And one in particular, we're gonna kick things off. So we're gonna take the tram here from Mandalay Bay down to Excalibur.
And into the tourist scammers trap area.
Or something like that. Couple of Vegas tourist poses. Ah, Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. Now, there's gonna be a little twist ever so often. We're gonna apply some of the knowledge we know here on how to not get scammed by some of these scammers. Put it to the test, a little practice. Well, you say that's a good idea, Dave?
That was a great idea.
That's a great, he said that's a great idea. Let's put it to the test. So I don't know who the first one is, but this is the side of the Strip here where a lot of scammers tend to hang out. I'm talking, you'll find like the monks with beads. You'll talk about the caricatures. Oh, but this is pretty cool. Make me dance. I like this. This is pretty neat. See, I don't find this one to be a scam at all. It's basically if you give this gentleman a nice little tip, he'll dance. And that's not a scam at all. That's just good marketing. Good marketing, sir. Good marketing. Bam. Hey! see that? Yes! Single, single. Yes! Love it. Boom, just like that, back in a position. See, for me, that is not a scam. That's good marketing back there. And you gotta give it up, especially if you see, I mean, it's hot out here. It's almost 100 degrees out here in Vegas. And he's fully dressed, ready to rock. So, good job. So a little bit down the way here, you guys, there are some caricatures. You know, the caricatures you see on the street like Mickey Mouse, Minnie, there's Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, Pikachu. They're all a little down this way here. And they tend to work on tips, but they will ask you for sometimes an obscene amount of money. So let's see this operation in effect. Let's get scammed. So a lot of times these characters, I'll just be taking a selfie, like I'm taking a selfie on the strip here, and they'll come right up into the picture and they'll expect a massive tip without even asking, like, hey, you're just taking a picture of yourself. So let's try that version. Woo! And if you are in Las Vegas, every time you see a speck of shade, you better run to it, because you will appreciate it. Here comes a Yoda. Oh, here comes a Yoda. I see baby Yoda in the picture. Let's take a picture. Baby Yoda, oh, try to take a picture. Oh my gosh! No, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
cool.
you want to bless me, go source my rent. If not, I'm very respectful.
Oh, may the force be with you.
Trust me. I'm really forced on the force.
So is this money involved? Is a tip
If you
involved?
want to bless me, you can. It's very optional. I just pay my bills and I try to be transparent as possible.
Oh, so it's whatever I feel?
Yes, whatever you want to give me.
You're like Grogu. You look like Grogu. Oh, okay, Grogu.
Yep.
Let's do it.
You got good quality iPhone too. That looks clean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question. So what's the going?
So most people just try to leave us with a 5 or something. If you want to bless more, just don't let no one take advantage of you, anything like that.
Okay.
I try to respect because I know it's things like that, but people are trying to be mean, but I just respect. 'Cause I was raised on God, and we're on Sunday. I don't want problems.
Hey, okay,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. How's your day?
That's great. Can I give you 3?
I'm very grateful
Okay.
for 3. It's
Thank
the
you.
thought that
Wait,
matters.
I
to
gotta
me.
make sure that's 3. I'm kind of
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the blessings and God
Of course.
bless you.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much,
Yes,
Grogu.
Thank you, sweetheart. Come on, get some love here. It's all love.
Thanks, Grogu.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. All right, that was a good one. Wow, so that was a respectful Grogu. He actually said, donate what you can. He goes, and he said it right up front. That's an interesting one. So give it up for Grogu over there for actually letting us know what he charged. But he did say most folks will give him like a 5 or whatever. It's kind of whatever, they choose. And he took 3, like no problem. So I felt like I wanted to give him 3, so I gave him 3. Plus I love Yoda, so maybe that's what it is, Grogu.
Found a little weakness in your heart.
Yeah, just a little weakness.
Sounded very nice though.
It did,
Very
right?
polite, yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Get out the heat for an hour.
No.
No, you want to do that?
I don't know. I'm like nervous. I'm like, oh.
It's free. You don't gotta buy nothing. Everybody does it just for free.
You got a book or something. You're like, what is?
It's the stuff that I give away, hun. So
Oh.
I got the Ferris wheel on there.
Oh. And all I have to do is sit through.
Just listen to a presentation. It's like a timeshare presentation.
Well, where's the presentation?
Right across the street. It's for the little resort back there called the Jockey Club.
Oh.
Are you really from Vegas, huh?
I am.
From North Las Vegas?
Yes.
But you got an out-of-state ID?
Yes.
Perfect. So normally we don't invite locals to do these presentations, but we don't have to tell them you're local. As long as you got an out-of-state ID, then you guys can do it.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's no obligation. I wouldn't steer you wrong. This is how I make my money. That's how I feed my family. And I get paid just for you to go in there. So everything's gonna be in writing for you guys. I'll write up an invitation, write down your gifts, and all you gotta do is just listen to the presentation.
And he says 1 hour.
Just give me an hour, just don't buy nothing.
See, the last time I did the 1 hour thing,
Where
it
did
turned
you do
into
it?
like, it was, I don't want to give. but it
Down
was-
there
yes.
somewhere. So the thing, I've been doing this for 17 years, right? The places that have to shuttle you somewhere, they take forever because you're on their time. You probably either did Wyndham, Grandview, or Westgate. They take forever. Here it's more of a numbers game. The more people they see, the more they sell, but you don't have to be one of them that buys. As long as you're straight up with them, say, you know what, this is not for me, they'll get you out of there as soon as they can so they can talk to the next people.
Okay.
It's hot as hell out of here. Sit in there for an hour. Personal question.
Yeah.
Are you guys a couple?
Yes, that's my husband.
Perfect. Yeah, it's for couples for the promotion.
Okay.
Does he have an out-of-state ID?
Yes.
Perfect. You guys are good. You guys are golden.
What do you think?
When they ask you guys
1
if you
hour.
guys want to buy like a vacation package, just just be straight up with them. Say, hey, you know what? This is not for me.
And
They'll
see,
get you out of there before
the
anybody
last
else.
time I did that, they pushed me to somebody else.
Right.
And then they pushed me to another person. I had to wait like another like 20
Were you
minutes.
debating about buying?
No, I was like,
Going
oh,
straight
we're
up
not
no?
sure. No, not sure about it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who you did it with him, but I've been doing this for 17 years. I work with all the companies in town. These people here, they don't want to waste their time or yours. So if you're not going to buy anything, they want to get you out of as soon as they can so they can talk to them. Pretty upfront, very forward. They'll still give you guys your stuff no matter what.
I think I should get a drink first before I make any decisions.
This one's not bad, to be honest with you. I've been with them
Some
for,
are high pressure, right?
some of them are really bad. Yeah, I went to go work in Cancun, Mexico for a while. Oh, over there they're horrible. In Florida, they get pretty nasty out there.
Yeah.
Here's more of a numbers game because we send people like every 30 minutes. So today I've already sent about 10 people. Out of the 10, somebody's gonna buy.
Yeah.
And it'll make up for everything we're giving away and some.
Ah.
But you guys don't have to be some of the people that buy anything. All day.
I want to get a drink.
One time off.
One time off.
Let's kind of think about it.
Let me know. Let me soon as you guys can, okay?
Okay. I like the idea of the staycation one. Oh my goodness gracious. No blackout dates. Formula One, baby. Yeah, there's an offer that you can't refuse. And I can kind of see how the buildup and the pressure gets for sure. The deals are pretty sweet. Hard almost to say no when they're offering like a Cosmo dealioli. So I'm like, oh, that type of one in my opinion can be certainly a scam. And he was very honest to say that they make up the difference right in front. The timeshare folks or the give you the free stuff folks, they definitely have a game plan. Yes, he certainly says it feeds his family, and that's exactly probably what they do. But I think it's what happens is he can offer you all those free things and you sit through what you think is an hour presentation, but there's a high pressure involved in that. So my personal take is if it's something you want to do, you want to enjoy, maybe like a staycation if they offer you something, I think the best thing to do is say no as much as you can until they maximize what they can give you for that presentation, which most likely will be a lot longer than an hour. Hi. Oh, for me. I have B. The green one? Green one. Yeah.
Donation.
Oh, donation. Oh. Oh, this is Buddha. That's good energy. To help temple Buddha. Guanyin. Where is it at?
My name is your name. My name. Peace for you.
So,
Peace my name. Your name.
my name here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, my name.
Okay. Oh. So how much is this?
40.
Oh my goodness, great. $40 for all of this? Oh, that's a lot.
这个布达呢
With the Buddha?
布达
Do you have a green? Do you have a green? Do you have a green Buddha?
Okay.
Green?
Guan
This
Yin.
color? This color?
Yes.
In that color? Can I see? Can I see?
Yes.
Can I see? Do you have a?
布达
Do you have a? But color? This color?
这个布达
In Buddha?
布达
Green. Do you have?
OK
Oh. What? Can I do 20
20 OK
or 10? $10?
这个20这个40都是40这个20 OK 不这个20
Oh, so people all do different ones here.
这个20
Oh.
20 嘿
So can I do 10?
Family peace.
Families. Well, where's the temple?
Family peace.
But no, no. Where's the temple?
听
Where is it?
这个听听到了 OK 不
No. That's okay.
OK
No.
听到了呢听
No. I like the Buddha, but I like
这
green.
个布达蒙
I like green.
听到了 OK 不听
No.
那这个听
For 10? For these two 10?
Yes.
And then you write your name in the book there?
OK.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wow, so that one was quite interesting. I will say, to me, that felt like one of the biggest scams here. You know, what he did was basically, he put the beads in my hands, gave me a card, said Buddhas, good luck, good energy, and it was money that was supposed to help build a temple. I kept asking him where the temple was. He did not tell me where it was. And then he attempted to put a Buddha in my hand. And then he showed me a list of names that actually had prices on them from people that gave donations. It was like 20, 60, somewhere like $100, but it looked like it was all the same writing. Now, I was able to write my name down. I was thinking about helping him out until it felt like this complete scam. Like I'm like, 10,
As soon as he took my name down, he then proceeded to take the paper back and wrote 20 in, and I gave him absolutely nothing. So he's gonna go show the next person that all these people, contributed in donations, and most of the time it may not have been the fact. So, I would have totally supported because I was able to get him down to 10, but I just felt like that was a complete rip, so I told him never mind. So to me, right now, thus far, that was probably the worst of the worst. He could say 20 and 10, but he couldn't tell me where it was. So I'm just saying, watch out for that one. So there's another sort of monk with beads outside, not really dressed like a monk, but passing out beads. Let's go get scammed by her. Let's go see what she has to say. License. Oh, it's like mine.
Peace for you.
That's peace.
Peace donation.
Oh, donation.
Donation.
Okay, what's the donation?
Anything.
It's anything. Oh. Oh, the sun. Too hot. So I have a question for you. Build a temple for the Buddha. Buddha is your family's safe. Where is the temple? Where? Where? Where is it at? Is it here in Vegas? Oh, it's in Vegas. And so this is donation here. So you sign in. Well, how much is the donation?
Peace for you, anything.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's Buddha.
Buddha.
How much?
Buddha 20.
Okay, what's the donation?
Anything.
Oh, 20 for Buddha. Oh, sign my name. Oh, is that what other people are donating?
Please.
And so both these are 20, you said? That's a lot. What about 10?
20.
Oh, so that's what the donation. I can't do 20. No 20. I can't do 20.
Ako $10 ko na $10 okay. Anything, peace donation, anything.
So anything for this one. Okay. Can I do that one for anything?
Okay.
Okay. So like $5? 5? Okay. I like that you said anything. You didn't put like the big extra pressure on it, but like anything for me.
For $10.
Oh no. Ooh, so yes, she again had that straight up hustle. I did feel like off the bat, she really did say anything. The other guy was just hustling like, hey, 20, and was very aggressive, where she wasn't as aggressive. Yes, I get there are all differences. It's still a hustle. The fact that she is out here in this hot sun like we are, I felt just giving her $5 is worth it, but I wanted to show you guys, it is the same formula with these monks, the exact same formula. They open up a book, they tell you it's a Buddhist temple or wherever it's gonna be, but the temple doesn't even exist here at all. I asked her, I said, Vegas, and she said yes. I was like, where? She said yes. So I just felt right off the back, that was just their way of kind of getting you to believe, hey, it's gonna be contributed towards this temple. But you know what? Just watch out for those folks. And if you are going to take anything, ask up front exactly what it's about and move on. In that corner, you see there's two folks. It looks like they're getting CDs. This is signed by the CD person. They dropped it in their hand. It looks like they're trying to now get the money out of them. So just make sure if you're going for these CD guys, these are probably some really shady bunches as well too. Yes, they're trying to do their thing, sell you CDs, sign it. But just make sure you get that upfront money before you take anything. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so see the lady in pink right there? So that is a card slapper. Card slappers, what they do is they will hand you a card that has a escort on it. So just be wary. If you don't want to take those cards, just keep walking past, or they're gonna hand you an escort card. Now, don't dump them on the ground. If you're gonna get one of those escort cards, take them. If you're not interested, if you do take it, either give it back to her or chuck it in the trash. Don't leave it on the ground, because not everybody wants to see loose boobies. So right behind Dave are 3 characters, Vegas characters. I'm gonna see exactly what the hustle is, except this time I'm just gonna I'm a tourist, but a knowledgeable tourist, and I'm gonna make sure to see if I can get it all for $5. All 3 characters for $5. Let's see what kind of hustle they have and what kind of hustle I have. Woo, let's go. I am gonna try and take my own picture, see if they come up to me. Let's see if that happens again. Someone to Vegas with this shirt on. Oh, look who's sneaking in my picture. We got Mario, Luigi, and Sonic. Mario.
How's it going?
Sonic. Oh, bringing a hug or a picture. Oh, hi, Mario.
Yay. Okay, so I have a quick question for you. I know it's photos. How much for the photo?
Typically try to share 20, but of course, whatever you got in your heart, we can share. We're very gracious.
Oh. Okay. Can I do 20 and for all three? Okay.
All right, you guys.
I'll get a close up one. I'm always the happiest person because I get Mario, Luigi, and Sonic. Thank you guys. I'll give the Sonic guy the 20.
All right.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. Stay cool. I know it's hot as hell, so stay cool. Whew. Okay, so honest to goodness, those three characters, I like how they presented themselves. You know, I had asked straight up front how much, and they said whatever you like to give. It's all three of us. They'll, 20 or something like that. I said, well, 20 for all. And the reason I dropped the 20, which might seem like a lot, for me, honestly, it's three of them. It's like 100 degrees out here, and they're really doing their thing. So for me, it was worth to take the picture with the caricatures. But the biggest thing I can tell you guys up front is ask how much up front. Never take the photo without asking how much up front. Trust me. So while we're soaking in some AC, getting away from being scammed a little bit here, I figured it's a good opportunity to say, hey, take a second if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified every time we go live and post a video. And be sure to join our Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. Now, there's a lot of people in that group. They're sharing their pictures, videos, stories, information, answering questions. It's like your one-stop shop to Vegas. So be sure to hit the link in the description box below. So the girls right behind Dave, a lot of the showgirls, these girls in particular are dressed like police officers. They will beat you up for a couple dollars. Just be cautious. They're like the showgirls in the strip, but these are like the aggressive, hell you on your bottom girls. Watch out. Oh, that poor soul. That poor soul. Hey ladies. Hey, how much is it for the photos? Oh, okay. Are you just getting out of here?
Yes.
Because you don't look sweaty and tart like me. So how much?
Just a tip. Just be taking pictures, make sure they come out good.
For a long ass time.
Oh my God. Okay, what does that mean? I want to make sure I'm not getting in trouble.
Anything else will work with you.
Okay.
You take it for her.
Yeah. Ooh, you are bold and confident. She just won't work. Thank you guys.
Okay, ready? Say Vegas. Vegas. One more. Say. We can do another 5, babe.
Oh, come on. Hustle's real. Please.
Please, babe, come on.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Have a good one. Be safe.
Thank you, ladies. Okay, so the showgirls, they are on their A game when it comes to tips. So you walk up to them, you ask, how much is it for the photo? And the showgirls will tell you, hey, just for tip, but be generous. And then that's where they left it. And as soon as you take the photo, it was like, oh, okay, well, just be generous. Usually the tip is around $40 per girl. I was like, what? I'm like thinking to myself, it's with my phone. Does that come with a free drink? I'm like, wait a second. But it's really, really important, I think, to get the number up front. They will constantly tell you they work for tips. They said they're out here all day. We were out here all day walking up and down. I haven't seen them once, and they look dry and fresh as can be. So I think they just got out here. But the moral of the story is ask for how much it is up front. Even if they give you like just for tip, whatever you want, they will try to coach you into a bigger denomination than what you might be thinking. So just, hey, $5, $10 each, is that okay? Hey, great. And leave it at that. Woo, nice job today.
Nice job, you, babe.
And we still got a couple of bucks in our pocket, so we didn't get scammed out of everything. Enough to go maybe have a salad back here. But I will say this, out of all of the hustles and scams that we saw today, I think the worst for us would have definitely been the monks. And the monks, for one big reason, is because they would all pull out the same style book, tell you it's going to some temple. One lady, I asked her if it was here in Vegas, and she said yes. There's no temple like that here in Vegas. So it was definitely a scheme. And then at the same time, the book with all the numbers, they were kind of showing me what people were giving as tips. And she had one that was $1,000 in there. So it was a straight up hustle. So for me, I think that would be the worst of the worst because they're straight up lying. At least with some of these other hustles that we saw today, from the showgirls to the caricatures, they were definitely the ones
ones that gave you a little bit more, and some were really friendly up front. Hey, it's a tip basis, whatever you can give. But our biggest suggestion with all of this is just ask whatever it is up front you want to tip and get the acceptance from them before taking that photo. And hey, by all means, love it. It's Vegas. So we hope you guys really enjoyed us going out and taking one for the team, getting out there and showing you exactly what it's like to be scammed here in Las Vegas. But I will tell you, if you haven't seen our other 2 scam videos, you definitely should check those out for tips and pointers on what you can do to stay safe here in Las Vegas. Come to Vegas and enjoy. And that note, we'll see you in Vegas.